Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to this pick a card reading. So today's reading, it's a timeless reading, but if you're watching this reading around the time I post it, we are coming up to Halloween and Samhain and we are in Scorpio season. So just with that in mind, I thought it would be fun for us to get a spirit animal message because the veil is very thin right now. And I've just noticed I've been getting a lot of messages from spirit animals, and so have clients. And then also a message from our ancestors. So I, in my personal readings, have been getting messages from ancestors, and I've also seen it come up in client readings recently. So I wanted to get some messages for you. So we have 3 different piles here with your spirit animal message, your ancestor message, and then just a card to represent you. I've put crystals on top. So go ahead and just ground yourself, get centered, choose whichever group or groups are sticking out to you right now. Just use your intuition and pick group 1, 2, or 3. You can pause the video, take as much time as you need. And again, today's reading is going to be messages from your spirit animal, so spirit animal messages and messages from your ancestors, as well as messages from your guides. So really just messages you need to hear right now from different sources that are really trying to come through and reach you during this time of when the veil is thin. And if you come into this message and it's not around the time I posted it, that's okay. That means there's messages here for you still. It just might be at a different time that the timing is working out for you. And I just want to say, so yes, the veil is thinning right now, but that doesn't mean that spirit isn't always around all of the time. All that means is that we're just more receptive to the messages, that we're able to access them more easily than we can at other times during the year. Okay, well, go ahead and pick your group and I will see you in your reading. Thank you. Hey, group 1, welcome to your reading. I can't wait to get into this for you. So this is messages from your spirit animal, from your ancestors, and from your guides. So let's just get into it. So first card, we have your spirit animal. You have the lizard. So right away when I first pulled this card, I thought of being able to withstand extreme temperatures because as far as I know, most lizards can really withstand the heat. So I feel like you might be under some heat right now, meaning you could be coming up to some challenge in your life, some things that are, kind of making you sweat. I'm getting this idea of sweat on your brow, like you're being asked to put in hard work, or maybe sweat as in just it's kind of like putting you under pressure, maybe a little bit of stress. I'm really drawn to all the colors in the card. I think lizards can camouflage to their surroundings. So I feel like there's another message too of your ability to be adaptable right now and to really, it's almost like your adaptability is an asset at this time to help you withstand the heat or like come up against this challenge that you're dealing with. And I feel like you're really creative right now. It looks like his eye is orange. I'm really drawn to the color orange. So I feel like there's a lot of creative fire in you right now. And this lizard's really giving me fire energy. There might be something too about potentially like staying low, like maybe putting in the work and putting your head down, like that kind of staying low, or just like grounding, like staying really grounded to the earth right now, or just, because the lizards typically like they crawl on the ground, right? I know they can crawl vertically, like up a wall or a tree or but there's something about like maybe it's just like getting in touch with your root chakra for a sense of safety right now. So card to represent you, we got the Ace of Pentacles. So that's very grounded energy. This is the first card in the suit of Earth. So definitely some earthy vibes coming up here. This card represents you, so you could be an earth sign. That means you could have like an earth sun sign, such as Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. I can't remember if I'm forgetting any. Or it could just be like you have a lot of earth within your birth chart, like a lot of earth within your astrology, a lot of earth signs. I feel like this group one, it's funny, your Ace of Pentacles and your group one, but I feel like you're trying to do something in the physical right now. You're in a new beginning because this is an ace and this is an egg. So this is like the seed of opportunity. If you can see the egg here, and it looks like a ship going out on a voyage to me. So it's like wherever you are right now in your life, whatever challenge you're coming up against, you hold a seed of opportunity is what I'm hearing right now. And I feel like you're being really encouraged to use your inner fire as your momentum to really push you. Like, see this, it looks like the yolk of the egg, but it also looks like a sun to me, like a ball of fire. And it looks like it's somehow pushing the sails of this ship, like propelling it forward. It's like, oh, I see. It's like that heat that we saw earlier with the lizard. It's almost like you're being put under heat right now. It's like that idea of like lighting a fire under your butt. Is that the saying? It's like that's kind of propelling you into movement. It's giving you a sense of momentum right now that's going to really help you kind of carry this manifestation forward, whatever your manifestation is in the physical, because you're at the very beginning of it. You're an ace right now. And the message from your ancestors, oh, it's routine. So it's really important for you guys right now to establish a strong routine, which makes sense with that earth energy I was picking up on earlier, because routine is all about, being grounded, having a solid routine, like having some sort of sense of stability, getting a lot of like red energy, which is energy of the earth, energy of stability, energy of groundedness. So let's pull more cards for you guys. All right, let's do some tarot cards and I'll grab some oracle cards too. Quick messages from your guides on what's happening right now. I'm just drawn to this deck because of all the red for you guys. Some of you might be dealing with some health problems or just like a constraint on your energy in some way, because I'm seeing Four of Swords. It's usually a card of rest and recovery. So some of you might be feeling like a lack of energy and like a lack of vitality that's really challenging, especially when like you're withstanding heat right now or you're coming up against challenge. That can be really hard. More messages from group one's guides about what they're going through. More messages about what definitely a new beginning for you guys. I see the Fool. I also saw the Page of Wands. So more of that fire energy, and Page of Wands is also about a new beginning. And it's about a creative pursuit. And I said earlier, I saw a lot of creativity within this group. With this yellow stone, I can't remember what it's called, but yellow, it's connected to the solar plexus. We have our solar plexus right above the second chakra, which is the sacral, right? That's the orange. And then we already talked about the root chakra, which is the first chakra, the red chakra. So I feel like there is some sort of emphasis on these lower three chakras for group one. So what is group one? What's their situation? Group one situation. You're really being asked to establish some sort of harmony within your emotions right now and within your relationships. We've got the Hierophant at the bottom with the Two of Cups in reverse. So the Hierophant is again all about routine and structures and like the systems in our life. And cups are all about our emotions and our relationships. So in reverse, this card, it does symbolize some discord or disharmony, either within ourselves or, like I said, within our relationships. It can be miscommunication with a partner. It can be just like an imbalance in your emotional state. It can also just be a overall like general imbalance within yourself. This line on the top symbolizes the ego, and it can symbolize where ego can get in the way of our alignment. But at the bottom with the Hierophant, this is just really touching on what your ancestors said, that establishing strong routines within your life right now, like solid systems within your life, within your daily life, they're going to really help bring your alignment back into harmony. Getting some oracle cards for you guys. So something really needs to be given the breath of new life. It needs to be, you need to breathe into it. Is what I'm getting. I'm getting this image of like the story in the Bible where, I could be getting this totally wrong, but like Adam was made out of earth, right? Out of clay. and then essentially God put the breath of life into him. So, I don't know if that's true for that story, but that's the image that my guides are giving me right now. It's like breathing life into something right now. And whatever it is, it's this thing in the physical that you're trying to manifest. So what does that mean, guys? What does that mean that they need to breathe life into it? Maybe you just need to focus on it more. Maybe you need to focus on your breath. Maybe you need to breathe with it, like give it room to breathe. Know when it's appropriate to take action and push and use that fire energy. And then know when it's appropriate to kind of like rest and trust the divine timing, which was that Four of Swords message we saw earlier. Can we get more advice for group one? More advice for group one. Advice for group one. More advice for group one. A change in the wind in reverse. So this is definitely speaking to your adaptability that I saw earlier. So I feel like potentially this challenge you're coming up against, it could be that just a lot of things are changing around you, like a lot of things around you and potentially within you are in a transition phase. They're very unstable. So that's why your ancestors and your guides are saying it's really important to establish those strong routines because they're really going to ground you. They're really going to help you maintain some sort of stability in your life right now when lots is changing around you. And with co-creation in reverse at the bottom, first of all, it's reminding you of your creative power, that you create or co-create your reality with the divine, right? It's reminding you that even if lots of things are shifting around you and they seem or are seemingly outside of your control, there's a reminder of your manifestation power, of your power in it, of your ability to co-create. It's also a message, because it came up in reverse, that your internal state manifests on the external. So it's a message to, again, tend to that internal state, because whether you're conscious of it or not, whatever's happening within you is happening outside of you. So especially in a time where lots of things outside of you are shifting and changing and potentially feel very chaotic, like when we look at this card, that's the best time to go within and manage your internal state, because that is within your control. So your ancestors and your guides are reminding you of your creative power here. You are very powerful. You're very powerful manifestors right now, group one, especially because you got the card of Ace of Pentacles, which is literally a card of manifestation. Your main guidance right now is to remain adaptable, right? That whole camouflage message I got earlier. Have discernment, know when to act and when to hang back and rest. I'm getting this idea of like a lizard knows when to like maybe go attack and like find bugs or food, whatever they eat. And it knows when to camouflage and like sit back and hide, right? That Four of Swords message. It knows when to rest and to wait for the right timing. And then also, it's a message to manage your internal state, like we said, because you can control that, even though you can't control what's happening outside of you. So any final messages for group one? Any final messages for group one? Guides, ancestors, lizard, spirit. Spell it out in reverse. Be mindful of your thoughts because they are manifesting right now. Think before you speak. I'm really drawn to this eye here, and the rune eye is Isa, which is all about stillness. So group one, I feel like it is really important for you to cultivate some sense of stillness within yourself. It's like take a moment and recognize if it's in alignment, right? Before you act on something. It's almost like I feel like it would be really powerful if you channeled that lizard energy, and it's like the thing that you're contemplating acting on. I'm getting this image of like the lizard again, camouflaging with its surroundings. It's like put yourself there and see if it feels right, see if it feels in alignment. And if it does, then act on it. If it doesn't, then wait maybe, or don't act on it. I'm seeing there's like a flying saucer, balloons, light bulb. crystal ball, maybe a feather. It's reminding me of choices. So I think really practicing stillness when you're making choices and being mindful of your thoughts and how they can manifest, and mindful of your words when you speak them, how they can manifest. Remember, yes can be a contract. Remember, no can be really powerful for setting a boundary. No is a full sentence. I can't remember who said that, but I really liked it the first time I heard it. No is a full sentence. All right, group one, that's all I have for you. I hope that these messages helped you in some way, and I will see you in your next one. Bye-bye. Hey, group two, welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose group two, or this crystal right here, a turquoise crystal, and your spirit animal. We have the dragonfly. So these are ancient ethereal creatures. They're very magical. They're of air energy. So automatically, this makes me think of the mind. So this creature really asks you to pay attention to what's on your mind right now and the current state of your mind. I'm really drawn to this descending triangle. It's this symbol of channeling the divine and manifesting on the physical plane. The blue on the card's really making me think of how dragonflies have this like iridescent quality. It's like I'm thinking of the ones that like have that really electric blue or like really like electric green color, and how it like changes depending on the light. This is an energy of being a master of light. So maybe some of you are really learning your capacity for light. I don't know if some of you are experiencing back pain, or you just have this feeling of like there being a weight on your back, maybe a weight on your shoulders. I'm just getting this message from the wings on its back right now. Some kind of like heavier energy on behind you, like on your back. Maybe you've had to leave something behind, and maybe it's pulling on your mental state. Like it's like maybe you're having some thoughts of things of the past come in recently. And the card to represent you, we got the 9 of Swords in reverse. So this is also mental energy. Swords are suit of the mind. I feel like though, because this came up in reverse, it's saying you're coming out of that. If you have had like moments of rumination, or like scenarios or old narratives kind of hijacking your mental state or like your thought patterns, I feel like you're releasing that. You're coming out of that. You're coming into a time of more mental peace, potentially more clarity. You've been through a time of growth with this whole process, this whole cycle. 9s are all about ending a cycle. And I'm really drawn to this rose. It looks like it's growing out of this apple. So I feel like whatever this energy is for you, it has enabled you to grow in some way. And your message from your ancestors is direction. So I think what's going to help you hone in on that clarity is taking some sort of direction, finding focus and direction. More imagery of like flying, right? And focusing on where you're going. You know, it's funny, I'm thinking about how dragonflies, I don't know if it's like when they're eating little bugs or gnats or whatever they eat, it looks like they're like flying one way, flying the other way, flying one way, flying the other way. But I guess they have a direction, right? Because their direction is to like, they're going after their prey, but it doesn't look like they have direction, right? So this is a message, I think, too, of like releasing any sort of judgment you might have and like pressure in finding your direction, but having that be the focus, having a direction, whatever it is, no judgment, whatever it is, have the direction. That's going to really help you right now. Let's get more cards for you guys. I feel like this is a very colorful group because dragonflies are really colorful, and you have this bright turquoise crystal. Colorful, I just mean like I feel like you have a lot of charisma, potentially a lot of personality. You have a lot of magic. Dragonflies are very magical. So I'm just really drawn to this deck right here. So let's just go for it. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're definitely ending a cycle. Judgment coming up. This is about a rebirth. This is some sort of renewal for you. Judgment is the second to last card in the major arcana. It's a time of awakening. So that is really beautiful. It's like a resurrection energy. It's a very powerful energy for you guys. I do see you releasing some old patterns that maybe held you back in the past. And I see you somehow being reborn, somehow rising, releasing feelings of self-doubt or potentially imposter syndrome with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse showing up. A lot having to do with your mental state here. It's a big message for you. And you're releasing a lot that has kind of kept your mental state. My guides are giving me this image of like being caught in a web. It's like your thoughts, maybe your focus, you had some confusion, some cloudiness. Maybe some of you were feeling stuck. And I see you releasing that. I see it's like this web no longer has a hold on you. And it's like the web of your thoughts is the image I'm getting. More information on group two's situation. We've got the Emperor in reverse and the Four of Swords. So there's some sort of message here with your sovereignty, like your ability to be your own emperor in your life. And then Four of Swords in reverse, some of you could have been on some sort of path of healing. Or you could just be dealing with some like energy of exhaustion or potentially burnout or just like kind of feeling weighed down energetically. You can see she's in the bed. Looks like she can't get out of bed. Again, the swords thing, it does tell me that a lot of this has to do with your mental state, with your thoughts, your mind. Some of you could have been dealing with some insecurity that's been holding you back. Again, like that imposter syndrome we saw before. The Emperor in reverse, it can be, like I said, someone who doesn't really like believe in themselves, or maybe someone who has an imbalance. Fours can pertain to a need for balance, but some sort of imbalance with control and authority. So whether or not this is just like an energy outside of you you've been dealing with that's kind of been making things difficult for you, or this is just an energy within you. I see you releasing this though, because they both came up in reverse. For some of you, because we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. And then when I cut the deck, we got the Page of Swords in reverse. So some of you are just being asked to kind of redirect yourself. Again, with that direction message coming in from your ancestors. It's like, yeah, Ten of Swords here in reverse. It's a message to whatever this is that you've been releasing. Just put it behind you. Stop revisiting it because it's pulling on your energy. It's wasting your energy essentially. Whatever this thing is, you've cleared it, right? We had the 9 to start out for you. You've cleared this cycle. It's time to step into a new one with the Page of Swords. And it has to do with a new way of thinking, maybe a new belief in yourself. Follow a new curiosity. The Page of Swords is all about following your curiosity. It's what lights you up intellectually, right? We're talking about swords energy of the mind. Like I said, it's especially with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this pertains to like your craft. It could be your work. It's, it could be your art because like this guy's painting. It's whatever your thing is. It's like you're being asked to take a new direction with it. And I'm not saying leave behind your craft or your passion or whatever you're doing, but it's just like kind of redirect yourself. Bring a fresh mental state to whatever it is you're doing. I'm going to use this Oracle deck for you guys too. I used it for group 1. I'm just loving the red right now. That is so crazy. When I cut the deck for group 1, they also got new life. So if you're at all called to group 1, maybe go back and listen to that message as well. But yeah, for you guys, for new life, I feel like it's just you're being asked to bring new life into something. So for you, I feel like it's potentially, for some of you, something that already exists. It's not like a brand new thing. It's not like you have to change your thing. It's just like breathe new life into it. So I feel like it's somehow it has to do with your perspective, your way of thinking with it, your mental state. And somehow it's like your ancestors and your guides are just asking you to make a shift, to somehow alter it in some way, make it different, make it new. Advice for group 2. Chop wood in reverse. What work potentially are you avoiding? Chop wood is all about like doing the dirty work, chopping wood. And the Eight of Pentacles we saw in reverse earlier, that could be like avoiding doing the thing that you need to do. So your guides, your ancestors are saying, put in the work just like this simple medial task that need to be done. I think that's going to help your mental state too. Maybe just focusing. It's like sometimes chopping wood or like doing chores, like sweeping, or thinking of like in older times, like women would do the weaving and it would put them into a trance state. Sometimes just doing tasks like that can shift your mental state, and you could have some really great epiphanies, some really great creative moments, some really profound, enlightening moments. So your ancestors and your guides are wanting you to do that somehow, whatever that is for you. I know I knew another reader, she would always give the example of chopping carrots to get into like a meditative state. Some people, it can be music can get you there. It's like that binaural beats or like that consistent drum beat could get you there. Some people, it's like running, exercise can get them there. Literally, though, for some of you, it's like just doing your chores, your household chores, or like chopping wood, right? That's going to really somehow help your mental state and help you get the clarity you need. Final guidance for group 2. 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 Fortune favors the bold. I'm really seeing here with this picture, it's really symbolizing to me you going off in a new direction. So I feel like maybe some of you have wanted to play it safe lately, but it's really interesting because that playing it safe or staying small or comfortable is actually contributing to your anxiety, because you're not meant to do that. You're like this bright iridescent dragonfly that can fly, right? Can soar. You're not meant to play it safe or to hide. You're meant to be bold. So I think making a bold move it's what your ancestors and your guides are advising right now. It's like, do the bold move, the thing that feels bold, the thing that stretches you, the thing that feels just beyond your reach. Go for that thing. It's like throw it a lifeline. I'm really honed in on this rope right here. With the Four of Swords and the Emperor in reverse too, they're both fours, right? The Emperor is the fourth card in the Major Arcana. Some of you might be dealing with an energy of unconsciously wanting control and a need to feel safe, which is the Emperor in reverse. So there's some sort of message here to release that, find security in the work, just in putting in the work, even when you like don't really even know what you're working for, even though you're like sailing out into the distance and you don't have a destination, right? It's like, be okay with taking some risk, being bold. Definitely find your direction, have a direction, but it's like find the security and moving in that direction and not necessarily and controlling every step of the way, right? Any last advice for group 1 or 2? Any last advice for group 2? Any last advice? Thank God, this puppet here, I think this is just your guides and ancestors telling you, like reminding you of your sovereignty, of your power. You're not just a puppet with somebody pulling the strings. You're in control of your life. You're in charge of you and your life. You are the ultimate authority. Nobody has power over you. Letting that give you peace and a sense of empowerment, and releasing whatever anxieties that may be coming up for you mentally, because clarity is on the way, and you're going to have moments of clarity when you move in your direction and you just kind of put in the work. All right, group 2, I hope these messages helped you in some way, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. This reading is for you if you chose group 3 or the onyx crystal. And let's get your spirit animal. So again, this reading is on a spirit animal message for you, a message from your ancestors, and then messages from your guides. So your spirit animal, you are the octopus. Okay. So you have an ability to go really deep, just like the octopus who can go to some really deep depths of the ocean. See how dark this card is? It's really reminding me of the dark onyx. It has so much depth, it's like you can't see through it, right? It's not transparent. I feel like your capacity to hold light is really great, because I see like deep capacity for darkness, which means you have a great capacity for light. There is a sense of adaptability here, which was similar to the spirit animal of group 1, but I am seeing all the colors. I believe octopus can camouflage with their surroundings. I'm not sure, but they're potentially, I think, very strong animals. I'm sensing a lot of strength within this group. Like I said, there's like a huge capacity for light, which means you maybe have been through some harder, darker energies in the past. Or maybe like I'm just getting this vibe that you have a lot of inner strength. Maybe you've overcome a lot in your life. I'm also just getting this energy of some sort of, it's like skill or tact, like some sense of strategy or ability to strategize, like almost a sneaky vibe, but in a way that's like very it's like very advantageous for you. It's a strength of yours. Card to represent you, we got the Hermit in reverse, which is so interesting because this can be an energy of like coming out of your shell, like coming out of the darkness. And like I said, I was seeing a lot of darkness in the card, which was telling me you have a great capacity for light. And the Hermit is the light bearer. You can see he's the way shower. So you could have been going through a dark night of the soul, or just like I said, you could have experienced some darker energies of the past, or you've had to overcome a lot in your life, or maybe just recently. Because it's this imagery my guides are giving me of coming out of the cave, like re-emerging. And somehow that has helped you really grow your own inner light so that you can give more light to the world. And the Hermit learns through experience, and that's how you help others. You draw on your life experience to guide others who maybe are going through a similar thing. It's like you draw from your own inner wisdom and you make yourself an example for others. It's like you help teach others and raise the consciousness of humanity by becoming your most aligned self, by working on your internal energy and raising your own consciousness. Some of you in this group could be doing spiritual work, like you could be healers or spiritual, like leaders in the spiritual community. You could be teachers or just somehow guides. You help people. Some of you could have been feeling kind of isolated or lonely right now because I don't know that octopus travel in groups. I'm getting like that they travel alone like the Hermit does, but I don't know that to be true. And the spiritual journey, it can be a very lonely one. So that is just an aspect of the Hermit. Let's look at your messages from your ancestors. Okay, preparation. I feel like that's what you've been doing in the cave. You have been preparing. And maybe this is just a message from your ancestors that they're explaining that to you. Like whatever you went through, whatever you've been through, whatever darkness that I saw that helped you grow your capacity for light, it was preparation for something. Maybe you went through a spiritual purification. Whatever it was, your ancestors just want you to know it wasn't for nothing. There was a purpose and it's preparing your energy for something. Like I said, it's like experiencing darkness to prepare yourself to be able to have a deeper or more expanded capacity for light, for more light. Let's get some more tarot messages for you guys. Group 3. Tell me more about their situation, guides. Yeah, we got the Ace of Cups. It came up in reverse when I cut the deck. I feel like this is a card of spiritual purification, but it's like you've been learning how to fill your own cup so that you can then help others, so that your energy can then pour out and positively affect others, like this cup overflowing. So this is great. A lot of you have been doing deep inner work, and your ancestors see that. They want to acknowledge that. They want to acknowledge the difficult work you've been putting in on yourself, the introspection, the preparation, right? They see you and they recognize it and they want to acknowledge it in this reading. And they want you to know that reciprocity is coming to you. 6 of Wands, I'm getting this message of, first I thought it was 6 of Pentacles, which is like a reminder of the currency, like the energy you put in, you're going to get out. But this is also a card of success and recognition. And I already said that they've recognized you, but this is a card of success. So it's like the work you've put in, it is coming back to you. You are going to be recognized for it, and success is coming to you. Some sort of triumph is coming to you. Six of Wands is also, it's the story of the prodigal son. So it's like, again, it's this idea of like the hermit coming out of its cave. It's like somehow a returning home. I don't know if some of you are like actually returning home, or it's like you, like I said, emerged out of a dark night of the soul. So maybe the recording just cut out. So I'm not sure where it cut, but like I was saying, or it could just be that you have emerged from a dark night of the soul. So it's like you're returning from that. You're coming home in that sense. More information on the situation for group 3. We got the Knight of Cups in reverse with the 10 of Wands in reverse. Whatever it is you've been through recently, I feel like it has been very emotional with the Knight of Cups coming up in reverse. I feel like you've had to release some heavy burdens that have been maybe weighing on your soul. With the 10 of Wands in reverse here, Wands are a very spiritual suit. 10 of Wands can be about like releasing burden when it comes up in reverse. My recording keeps cutting out, so I don't know. I just feel like that's another message of the difficulty you've come up against recently. It's like I keep speaking and the camera keeps reconnecting. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try to keep going. If not, I'm going to restart the camera. Group 3, y'all have really been through it. I just had to reconnect my camera and it was a struggle. So let's just go ahead and finish this reading for you. So messages from your guides, your ancestors, adventure coming up. You're definitely being pushed to adventure out, right? Again, adventure out of your cave to somehow get out there for yourself. Be a little bit more extroverted. The hermit can be rather introverted. Ooh, but also sanctuary. It's like taking that that inner solitude and safety and like sanctity. I'm hearing like sacredness with you as you go out into the world, or as you return home, or whatever it is, wherever you're going right now, whatever it is you're doing, just on your path ahead. So advice for group 3, advice for group 3, advice for group 3. Some of you might be kind of confused, like you don't know where you're going. Yeah, and dream in reverse. Well, I'm saying that just because I was drawn back to the King of Cups in reverse. You know, he follows the windy path. He stops to smell the roses. He's not too concerned about getting somewhere. He just kind of enjoys the journey. So it can be a message, and I think it is a message for some of you to enjoy the journey, to like release if it's difficult for you to move through life right now without the clarity that you potentially don't have right now. Especially dreams coming up in reverse. I feel like you're doing a lot of subconscious work and you're facing a lot of illusions, potential disillusionment or like attachments, or you're doing a lot of work on your subconscious. So it's not going to make a lot of sense in your external reality or like on your physical path. It's certainly not going to be linear, right? But you are accomplishing a lot. You're doing a lot of work, right? Again, that preparation card we got earlier. So, you know, it could be a message too of working with your dreams right now, being really powerful. Because like I said, I do see a lot of inner work happening for you. So drawing on the information and the messages that come to you in your dreams can be really powerful. But because it came up in reverse, I think it's just saying for most of you, you're facing a lot of release of illusion and potential disillusionment, or not seeing things clearly, and of processing and healing and clearing out potential subconscious patterns or belief systems or just ways of being that are ready to be released. Any more guidance for my group 3s? Guidance for group 3. Yin in reverse. I think it's time for you to start taking action on whatever wisdom you've gained through your introspection. with yen in reverse, this is an energy of like no longer being passive. It's like you've done the inner work, not that it's ever done, right? But it's like you've been through a period of inner work and of healing. Now it's time to bring that wisdom that you've gained to the surface and use it, which is the Hermit in reverse. It's that reemergence like we talked about. Any last guidance for group 3? Last guidance for group 3. Whoa. 1111. Wow. Pay attention to your angel numbers, the synchronicities. The universe is sending you signs. They're guiding you along your path. Your ancestors are guiding you. The card fell over here by your ancestors card. So pay attention. I'm getting a message of duality here too with the 211s. And of course, 2 is a number of duality. 1 plus 1 is 2. So earlier I got that message of like the dark with the light. So there's some sort of, it's like a call to see both sides. Anything else for group 3? Anything else? Any last messages, group 3? Parasitism in reverse. And then we got protect. What does this say? Protection came up in reverse. So I think this is just, it's a message from your guides and from your ancestors to protect your energy and to be aware of where you're giving your energy. Where are you leaking energy? Where is energy being drawn from you? You know, are people you surround yourself with? Just be mindful of that, you know, energy vampires. Be mindful of people's intention and motives because they will show you in their words and their actions. So just be really mindful, protect your energy right now because you have this great capacity for light, people are going to notice that. And that is the thing with the Hermit personality and soul type. People recognize that you have a lot of light within you. So they do tend to be drawn towards you and they want to draw from that because they're essentially like drawing your energy and like drawing power from you. So it's like having strong boundaries. You know, if for Hermit archetypes or soul and personalities, it's like a lot of people can come up to you and kind of consume you with their life story, right? Is that a thing for you, group 3? I mean, because that is really common for the Hermit archetype. If that you get caught up in like, no matter where you go, everybody wants to like spill their guts to you. So it's just having that protection, setting up those strong boundaries so people don't drain you and be mindful when they are draining you, how to, you know, you can help someone, but also have a healthy boundary in place. All right, group 3, I hope this message helped you in some way. And I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.